extra good news for Manchester United as well, because they got two new additions from the squad that faced Everton. If I step out the way, it's because Rasmus Højlund is out there, as is Antony as well. It's good news certainly around Rasmus Højlund when you consider that Manchester United really need to win against Galatasaray. And of course, Rasmus Højlund's 5 goals so far for Manchester United have come in the Champions League. His last game was, of course, the win over Luton, so he's only missed the Everton game. That was the Luton game was, of course, straight off the back of his 2 goals over in Copenhagen. As I say, 5 goals in the Champions League so far this season as well. And Antony, his last game was also the Luton game. So another attacking option for Manchester United as they go over to Istanbul, as I say, looking for the victory that'll keep alive really their hopes of making the knockout phase of the Champions League this season. That said, of course, it's still not overly great on the injury front when you consider that Casemiro is not out there still. It'll probably be mid-January before he's back with that thigh injury. The 3-0 defeat at home to Newcastle was his last game, where of course he was taken off after 45 minutes. 4 games he's missed already. Lisandro Martinez looking at a similar timescale. He's been without him for the last 13 games now since the 4-3 defeat in Munich. Mason Mount looking like the middle of next month. His last game was when he came on as a sub for Eriksen in the victory over Luton, so he also missed the Everton game. Luton was Christian Eriksen's last appearance too. His knee injury is likely to keep him out for another couple of weeks. Then there's Johnny Evans with a thigh injury, again looking towards the middle of December. Went off injured after a quarter of an hour against Copenhagen, of course, as well. Malacia still not been in the squad this season. Last game for United was the 2-1 win at home to Fulham at the end of last season. So still no timescale on his return, and of course Jadon Sancho, still no resolution as to his situation. We remember, of course, that back in, I think it was September, that Erik ten Hag said it depends on him if he plays for the club again. The last squad he was involved in was a 3-2 win over Forest. That was back on the 26th of August. So yes, the injury front isn't great, but the positive news is that Rasmus Højlund and Antony are out there.